Okay, so I had hoped to make a video about this earlier while this thing still looked, well, basically like a tractor, but it was just too hot and I just kind of got into, actually doing the work that I needed to do. But at any rate, this is what remains of a Snapper. Let's see, UGT 2060H. And you can see I've got the pieces kind of spread out here, there, and everywhere. But at any rate, found this on Marketplace a couple days ago, and it was offered or listed for $1,500. I knew it was in not running condition, which for $1,500 I was okay with that, considering the size of this machine and what it can be capable of if I can get it going again. So I kind of threw caution to the wind. Oh, and a 60-inch deck that's in pretty good condition if I can get this thing all sorted out properly. But so anyways, rented a trailer, drug it home, blah, blah, blah. Definitely has had a hard life over the years. Almost 1,100 hours, basically 1,100 hours. Unfortunately, it had apparently sat outside since the last person got it, and the engine was full of water. So the engine was locked up, and I figured that was probably going to be about it for the engine. Luckily, I started disassembling the engine, or everything around the engine earlier today, in a desperate attempt to try to pluck the cylinder heads off and see if I could see just how bad things were. In the process of doing that, I got down to a point where I could see the flywheel. I don't think you're going to see it, but anyways, there's a flywheel in there. So I was able to get a pry bar on the teeth of the flywheel and basically just able to turn it backwards. Oh gosh, I don't know, a quarter of a rotation or so, and then hit the starter. I did that, I don't know, maybe 3 times or so, and it cleared whatever was locking it up. So after, I don't know, another half hour or so, I had it running again. Both cylinders seem to be operational. I haven't tried a compression check on it yet, but I am cautiously optimistic that I might have a running, functioning machine here before long. Let's see here. 2 pieces of a 3-point hitch. It's got a separate hydraulic pump to run the loader. Power steering. I mean, I think this thing is supposed to be, the tractor alone is supposed to be in the 1,200 pound range. So that's a pretty sizable machine for what I was ultimately hoping for. And I think when it's all said and done, I can just barely get this thing in the bed of one of my pickup trucks, which is kind of one of my criterias for doing this, or for getting something smaller as opposed to something bigger. But it's let's see here if you can see this. Someone took some creative liberties with that. I mean, that's kind of been the theme of this thing, is busted, broken, cobbled, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, another really terrific feature about it is it came with these almost, well, they look like they've never been used, turf tires for it. And these are probably what's going to wind up going on it when it's all said and done. We'll see, because it'll be going back and forth between multiple properties out of my rentals, so the ag tires may not be the best choice. And I don't know how much weight is on these steel pucks, but it looks like there's a pair of pucks on each side. I think it's like, what, 7 or 8 gallon fuel tank, gas tank. And then, of course, a hydraulic reservoir for the hydrostat. So, I mean, it's, once upon a time, this was a pretty darn nice machine. So, maybe with any amount of luck, in a couple weeks or so, I will have this functional. See you guys later.